Today, I want to bring you an essay from Emerson, and the essay is titled Compensation. And I don't know how Emerson does it, but this essay is literally only 12 pages. And as you read it, it almost seems like it unlocks a door that you never knew existed. But once that door is open, everything makes sense. There's something about the way he writes where it illustrates something so clearly that you finally see it. It's been in front of you your entire life, but you've never noticed it, and now you do. And that's really what Emerson is saying in this essay. And the idea that he's talking about is compensation, that when one door opens, another door is closed. And understanding that there is equal benefit and equal drawbacks with everything. And I'll try to find the quote right now. I think it was page 34. But there was a quote, I think, that summarizes this entire essay perfectly. And it goes, "The good are befriended even by weakness and defect, as no man had ever a point of pride that was not injurious to him, so no man had ever a defect that was not somewhere made useful to him." Think about Daredevil. Daredevil can't see, but he can feel everything around him because he went blind. And it's that idea that when someone's blind, their hearing gets better. It's like there is some compensation. There's always some good with some bad, and we need to always find the good in the bad. Always find what it is that we are blessed with when something happens to us. I think time and time again we see failure. Time and time again we try to do something and we don't achieve it, and we'll get discouraged. But the truth is, you don't have to get discouraged. The moment you fail is the moment you know how good you are. You know what you need to do next. You know where you actually lie, so that next time you can shoot to be a little bit better. Next time you know another way not to do something. I think this is best exemplified in Thomas Edison. The dude failed 10,000 times to create the light bulb. When they asked him, "Why did you try 10,000 times?" he said, "I didn't try and fail 10,000 times. I found 10,000 ways not to invent a light bulb." And it's taking that mindset. It's understanding that every time we fail, we're a little bit stronger. We know a little bit more. We're blessed with another opportunity. We understand exactly what it is that we have to do to get to where we want to go. And that is the secret. The secret is taking this law of compensation and using it to your benefit. Like, I don't know what it is about Emerson where he can encapsulate the human condition so well, but he hits this at every facet. It's not just in terms of the spiritual implications of it. It's not just in terms of the pure material. There's a point where he says the thief steals from himself, the swindler swindles himself, basically saying that when you rob from someone else, you rob yourself of the opportunity to actually have a good living, actually have a worthwhile profession, actually have a job that is respectable and that brings you value internally, not just externally, not just, "Oh, I stole this amount of money." No, you earn that amount of money. Like, what does that do for your soul? And this is the idea. In every action, there's drawbacks, and we need to be willing to accept those. We need to be willing to look at what is happening and understand both sides, both the good and the bad to everything. Like, let's face it, like, if this channel blows up, that means there's going to be more negative detractors. There's going to be more people that don't like me, and it's like, am I willing to accept that? I mean, right now, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes the little bit of negativity I get is difficult for me, but it's like, that's just something I need to accept if I'm going to go down this path, if that's something I really want to do. Like, there's always sacrifices and benefits to everything. Like, think of some of the richest people in the world. Think of how unhappy some people who seem to have it all actually are. Like, there's that famous example of Bezos, basically threatening Leonardo DiCaprio because his soon-to-be wife is looking at Leo and just ignoring Bezos. And it's like, even the guy that has everything, even the guy that has everything in the world is still somewhat insecure, is still somewhat unhappy. And it's like, it's almost feeding into it more. Like, it's the idea of Alexander the Great conquering the entire known world and then turning around and saying, "I want more." Turning around and saying, like, we're going to conquer whatever is in front of us. We don't even know we're going to discover it and conquer it. And that's ultimately what led to his downfall. Like, with every great success is a drawback. With every great success, you're building your ego up, and that ego is that much more likely to destroy you. And it's accepting these consequences and understanding how the universe just likes to compensate. And very interestingly, Emerson has a conception of God in this essay that is very similar to the Taoist, the more Buddhist. I know those are philosophies and they're not religions, but let me tie it in together. And basically he's saying that everything is connected. Basically he's saying that there is order within everything, and everything comes from the same source, and that we are all the same. We are all parts of the same entity, of the same creation, of the same life force. And it's a very interesting idea, because I don't know if Emerson ever studied any Eastern ideologies. I don't know if he studied Freemasonry, which would closely tie to what he said. And yeah, it's just cool to see that someone could figure these things out for themselves. Someone could figure out stuff that Lao Tzu was saying, 5,000 years ago, or, what Gautam Buddha was saying. I don't know how old that guy is, but, however old that is, I don't know what's older, Taoism or Buddhism, but yeah, it's just a really interesting idea. And Emerson is someone that the more I read, the more I'm impressed. And I'm going to slowly go through Emerson's essays. I'm going to read at least one a day and slowly make videos on them for you guys, because I think they're just too valuable not to bring. And I think it's a whole new philosophy that has never really been explored. I mean, we've heard about transcendentalism, we've heard about Emerson a little bit, but not very many people have actually read him. And it's really a shame, because someone was talking about American thinkers, American philosophers, American writers, and I can't remember who it was. It might have been Nietzsche, it might have been Jung, it might have been someone of that caliber and sophistication, and they said Emerson is the only great mind to ever come from America. And I think that is just so true. And you compare Emerson with the likes of Nietzsche, with the likes of Jung, with the likes of any great mind throughout history, he's right up there. No one is above him. He's in his own category. It's almost like Kafka in the sense that, like, he has his own unique style, and if you try to write like Emerson, you couldn't even capture the first 10% of the meaning and the depth in Emerson. And that's why I will continue to read him. That's why I will continue to suggest you read him. Go ahead, pick up this book. All of these essays should be online for free, but I personally like the physical copy. So do whatever is going to work best for you. I'll link this in the description. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much. It's a few hours before New Year's, so Happy New Year's if you're watching this before, if you're watching this after. Actually, I'm going to release it tomorrow, so Happy New Year's. Glad we went into a new year. Glad we got all the support. And I just want to say that, like, thank you to each and every one of you who have watched all these videos, have supported me, and yeah, you guys are the reasons I keep doing this. So love you guys. Peace out. Join my Discord if you want to know when I'm streaming, if you want to get more updates on the things I'm doing, the stuff I'm reading, the ideas I'm exploring, the writings I'm doing. And if you want, like, more laid out, more descriptive stuff and more of my writings, I have a short story. I'm writing another one. That is all in my school. I will catch you in the next one. Peace out. Love you guys so much.